We'll call the City Council meeting to order for November 7th, 2022. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please.
Mayor Hoyt.
Here.
Councilmember Lean.
Here.
Councilmember Wilson.
Here.
All right. Any changes to the agenda? Nick?
None for me.
None.
And Leah?
None.
Cindy? Chiefs. All right. I would like to pull 7B from the consent agenda for discussion at our next work session. So I'd look for a motion to approve the agenda with the amendment to the consent agenda.
I will make a motion to approve the agenda, removing consent agenda item 7B.
Motion by Steve.
Second.
Second by Nick. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to our citizen comments. There's no one in attendance, so we'll move on to consent agenda. We'll look for a motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of 7B.
Motion.
Motion by Steve.
Second.
Second by Nick. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we'll move right on to roundtable. Nick.
What I got? Thank you to the police chief this week for the invite. I think that was within the last meeting, right? It was a great event. I know I was showing up casually late. I had to go to trick-or-treating with my kids, but it was, I like the award ceremony, right? It was kind of nice. You know, I had a backlog there, but it was kind of nice to actually hear, 5, 6 years worth of awards. So got to wear my bow tie. I didn't get too much crap for it, so it was nice. But yeah, thank you. It was great to be there and kind of see all your guys in one place.
Thanks, sir.
Go vote.
Steve?
All right, well, considering, I think the last time I checked the Arbitron ratings, we are nearly 90% of the residents watch. So presumably everybody's going to be hearing my comments. I'm joking. But I did want to congratulate the girls cross country team for their 7th place state finish. Just kind of an interesting tidbit about our girls cross country team. This is their 6th year in a row that they have made it to state. So that's a huge accomplishment. I know we had one male runner as well, so congratulations to all of you. I did want to thank the team at Aerospace Fabrication for the being part of their ribbon cutting. I know I was joined with these other two at the ribbon cutting. Not only did we have a fun ribbon cutting and getting to know a little bit more about their business, but had an awesome hour-and-a-half tour. So just really want to thank the team down there. We've got, for some people in the community, I think Saturday is the biggest day of the year, which is what, Turkey Bingo at 5 o'clock, right? So we got Turkey Bingo. No, I think if Assistant Chief here, Price, is going to point something out, if he does happen to talk, he'll point out that you actually don't have to show up right at 5 o'clock. You can show up later for kind of the round 2 of it. So that's coming up. And then I think last and most importantly, I have, highlighted this person a couple times in the past, but, Cindy, this is kind of your Super Bowl of days tomorrow, and I know you prepare the whole year for it. You've announced that you're going to be enjoying retirement, coming up in a little bit here. And I guess the reason I'm bringing this up is really twofold. One, that, for anybody that comes up to vote, or maybe you voted, you're going to be up here in the building maybe 5 minutes, maybe less, depending on where you vote. Just know that Cindy and her team have spent probably greater than a year between training, making sure that the elections are held with the highest level of integrity as possible. So not only is it Cindy and her team, but we have a lot of election judges that take off their day to make sure that everything runs well. And part of the reason I'm pointing this out is because, last 2 years ago we had really high voter turnout. And, there was a little bit of waiting, I think, because we condensed some of the polling locations. So, if you have to wait a little bit longer to get in there and vote, just try to be patient with it. You'll get an opportunity to vote. even if you are, I guess if, Cindy, you can confirm this if I'm wrong, but if you're in line by 8 o'clock, you'll have an opportunity to vote. So that is what I have, and yeah, that's what I have.
Thanks, sir. Lynn?
All right. At the end of the week, look at our website, and we're going to have an online application or applications for boards and commissions for any openings that we have. So we'll start that application process, and December 5th is the application deadline. And then also we have voting tomorrow, as others have mentioned, and polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now, City Hall will be closed on Friday in observant for Veterans Day, and I'd like to thank all the veterans here in the room with me and all of the veterans listening for their service. And one last thing, actually, that was it.
Great.
Next.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just to echo what's already been said, tomorrow's Election Day. The Secretary of State's office, League of Minnesota Cities, and numerous counties have published memos, letters, memoranda, analyzing the law and trying to make sure that our polls tomorrow are peaceful so people can vote peacefully and without disruption. So I encourage everyone to, exercise your right to vote tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. Kelly, you're up.
Just want to thank everybody who participated in the Ramblin' River Center's silent auction and breakfast fundraiser last Saturday. It was a very successful event for our seniors, and thank you to everybody who contributed in some way, whether it's donating, purchasing a silent auction basket, or eating at the breakfast, so thank you. And then just check your mailboxes. The Currents, the winter edition, will be coming out November 22nd. And I just want to give a shout out to Missy and Emily for bringing that home for us. Lauren got a new job, so they wrapped it up and got it off to the printer. So thank you to those two staff members for doing that.
Thank you, ma'am. And first time, we have our new Public Works Director. John, if you want to introduce yourself to those watching at home.
Thank you, Mayor and Council members. John Powell, Public Works Director and City Engineer. Excuse me. I want to first of all thank all the staff for being so welcoming and getting me up to speed on processes and software and technology and projects and things like that, particularly the Assistant City Engineer, who's been carrying an extra heavy load for a while. He's been very helpful in making this transition. I would mention that BCM is actively working on Spruce and Division in order to prepare the project area for winter. I know that they were out there grading boulevards today. The east arena parking lots are prepped for paving. There are some items that they have to complete prior to fully opening it for the winter, such as street signs and mailboxes, things like that, and that's what they're working toward.
Thank you, sir. Julie?
I just wanted to highlight one item that was on the consent agenda, bringing on 8 new employees. So 4 are warming house attendants, and they're all returning, which is something we really get excited about, that our youth choose to come back here year after year. Second one is a brand new police officer. Champagne will join us beginning tomorrow. Third one is the second of the 2 approved parks parks full-time maintenance workers, and so John will start next Monday. And then we also have 2 new part-time liquor clerks.
Thank you, ma'am. Chief?
Yeah, I got 2 things real quick. Number one, Councilmember Lean, Councilmember Wilson, I'd like to thank you both for coming to our awards banquet. It was a lot of fun. I know it meant a lot to my staff to have the 2 of you there representing the council. Councilmember Lean, I appreciate your commitment to the joke. The bow tie was a nice touch. I always like a guy that'll follow through on something like that. The second thing that I have is we're heading into Toys for Town season. Last year we served 100-ish families and 400 kids, so we anticipate those numbers will probably remain steady or maybe even increase just a little bit this year. It's going to be a heavy lift, so we'll be looking for everybody to, donate where they can, whether it's a toy or whether it's a financial donation or whether it's the donation of time. We could always use volunteers for various tasks as well. But look for our social media at the police department for announcements on fundraising goals, volunteer opportunities, et cetera.
Thank you, sir. Chris?
I have to, huh? working on month end again and also working on arbitrage calculations for one of our bond issues. But everybody else is doing what they normally do, and they do a good job at it, so.
Thank you, sir. Chief?
So this Saturday, the 12th, is our turkey bingo. It's our major fundraiser through our auxiliary. Our silent auction went online Sunday, so we're not gonna have the tables in the back that have all the stuff that you can bid on. It's all online. Doors open at 5, first bingo calls at 6. If it's really busy, around 8:30, 9 o'clock, tables come available, chairs come open. So if you're looking to have some fun, even if it's not right away at 6, come at 9. We'll keep going until we run out of turkeys and everything, so.
I like that. We stay until the last turkey is gone. I like it.
Can I ask a quick question, Mayor?
Sure.
So do we have the link for that silent auction on our website? Does anyone know where to find that?
When we had our social media
Or maybe we
post,
can't actually put it out there, but if we can.
yep,
but-
on the fire department's social media post on Facebook is the link.
Okay.
That you can click on, and it'll take you to all the items.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Cindy, did you want to add anything?
Everybody get out and vote tomorrow. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll start first with Election Day. Tomorrow's a big day, even though it's a midterm. From all accounts, there's a very high turnout. And, you know, statistically, Farmington is in the upper portion of Dakota County for turnout, and I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be the case this year. Huge thanks to Cindy and all the staff and the team, those that have volunteered. That is an incredible undertaking. Starts before sunup. It seems like it ends after sundown and then some. And just know that your efforts do not go unnoticed. They are greatly appreciated. This week on Thursday, we have the community-wide Patriotic Day ceremony. So that'll be at the high school this Thursday, which also happens to be the Marine Corps birthday, followed by Veterans Day on Friday. I personally don't believe that there's another holiday or day of celebration through the year that has the significance that Veterans Day has. We're here exercising our right to vote tomorrow. We're here in an open forum through elected process, and all of those things are in place because of sacrifices that were made by those that came before us. So to those who have served or are serving, to you and your families, a deep debt of gratitude from me and from all of the residents and citizens of the U.S., and we thank you for your service. And lastly, John, welcome to the team. Welcome to our new employees. The team's growing. That's a great sign. The community's growing, our team is growing, and we just continue to push forward and elevate that standard every day. So welcome aboard to all of our new staff members. And with that, we'll look for
Mayor, so sorry to interrupt.
okay.
So we pulled an item from consent and we need to table it. So we took it off consent.
Oh, okay.
Item 7B, that resolution. Now, if you'd like to talk about it, that's fine. But otherwise, maybe a motion to table it, just to figure out
you.
what we need to do with that. So it's not just hanging out there.
We'll look for a motion to table the consent agenda item 7B, which is the gambling premise permits from the Youth Hockey Association, to be moved to next Monday's work session.
Okay. Yes, I'll make that motion.
Motion by Steve,
Second.
second by Nick. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, and then we look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Steve,
Second.
second by Nick. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we're adjourned at 7:14. Good catch, thank you.